welcome to Simply Delicious Season 3. And absolutely, you all know it, my name is Chef Ali Youssef, and today we have invited Curiously Hungry Chef Hassa. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you doing?
Good. I like your Instagram name, actually.
Thank you very much.
What are you cooking for us today?
I am making my sesame chicken noodles. It's a
Wow.
very fast and easy, yummy, delicious meal that you can make for your family.
Speaking of that, I like the combination of chicken and pasta, actually. We talked about the sesame later. Right, how are we starting?
So the first thing you want to do is you want to get a pot of water
Yes.
boiling with some salt,
Right.
like
As
we
we
have
all see
here.
it now, it's boiling because we've got to keep it boiling from the beginning because we don't want to wait. We don't want you to wait for another 2 hours.
So the first thing you want to do is you want to add the chicken to
Right.
the pot. But the surprising thing is you're going to turn off the heat right now.
Oh,
If
really?
you can, chef, please.
Yeah, sure.
So what we're going to do with the chicken is cook it off the heat in really, really hot water.
Okay, so you don't need.
No, I won't need the...
First time I heard this.
So the salt in the water is actually called, we're giving this a quick brine.
Right.
So the chicken will cook off the heat and stay tender because of the salt. So we want to cover it and we want to set a timer for 15 minutes. So yeah, and we just leave the chicken cooking in really, really hot water while we prepare the rest of the ingredients. Oh, thanks for the timer.
Yeah,
That's
you're
awesome, chef.
welcome.
Thank you.
Can give me another 10.
So while we're setting up the timer, we're gonna prep the rest of our ingredients. I'm gonna chop some scallions here. And what you wanna do, chef, is you wanna chop them on the bias. So like this, diagonally basically.
So, Chef Hassa, would you like to tell us about your journey? How did you start and what's inspired you?
Sure.
It's my favorite question.
So I first started in 2007 professionally, but my earliest years were always in the kitchen.
Cool.
So I was the kid that was bothering them. I was going and putting my fingers in everything, trying to taste everything, trying to learn. So I've always been interested in the kitchen ever since I was a kid. But then I thought, no, I really want to learn the techniques. I want to know what to do, and I want to learn so many more cuisines. So that's why I decided to go to Paris. And yeah,
Wow.
that's how I started.
How was your experience in Paris?
Oh, if I could do it all over again, I would.
Nice. Nice.
So yeah, I'm just chopping the scallions now, and I'm placing it in ice cold water.
Yes.
The reason for that is I want the spring onion to wilt a little bit. And you know how in restaurants, like you get it curly and nice
Yes,
instead of rigid?
Yep.
So yeah, just placing it in ice cold water shocks the cells in the onion and gives it that nice look.
That's another good tips for you guys to know about spring onion.
All right, I think I chopped
Right.
enough.
So this dish, is it on a book or it's your creation?
It's actually a very traditional Chinese dish,
Okay.
but it has become Chinese American now. And
Why is that?
because it's become popular in American homes.
Okay.
Because the Chinese immigrants introduced sesame and chicken. But
Sure.
today, the type of sesame we'll be using is a sesame that's closely known to us. We're going to use tahini instead of actual sesame, so that's where it comes from.
All right.
So yeah, now that we've chopped our spring onions, got them in the ice cold water, the next step will be to make the sauce.
All right. We need a pan, right?
We need a bowl.
Got you one. That should be perfect. Here.
Actually, the glass bowl.
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
Bowl. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, so just have to make sure my area is clean before continuing to the next step.
All right. We're getting the places cleaned. We'll get back to you shortly. And here we're back with Chef Hessa, and you're going to do the sauce right now.
Yes, exactly.
Great.
So we'll prepare the sauce again off the heat, and that's what's going to make this a really quick dish.
Okay.
So the ingredients we have today are, like I said, tahini, that's
Okay.
our sesame, red grape vinegar, which is really hard to find, but if you can, that gives it a better taste. But generally, you just need a vinegar, just the acidity from the vinegar.
Right.
Soy sauce, and that's where our salt is going to come in. Chili oil, sesame oil, peanut oil. If you can't find peanut oil, I'd recommend canola, and honey and garlic.
Wow. Actually, I'm waiting to taste it again later.
You will. So there generally isn't a way to do this. Like there's no, I wouldn't say like you put the vinegar first or the soy first. This is all combined together in one bowl, as I'm doing right now.
Cool. I'm watching you. Right. Would you like to tell us also more, or you'd like to tell us about your food classes or cooking classes in Maximize BH?
Oh, right, yeah, that's my latest project.
And how do people sign up? Also?
Okay, so I mean, since COVID, we stopped doing what we usually do. So I'm glad I found a way with the Maximize team to get you to cook at home. So what we do is we send you a box of the ingredients and the recipe.
Send me.
Sign up, sign up.
We'll do after. Yeah.
We're doing a class next Monday. We'll be making pad thai. I mean, as you can tell, I love noodles. So so we'll be making pad thai. You sign up on their website. We send you all the ingredients. Everything is measured out. All you have to do is get in the kitchen and cook with me.
Wow. Sounds interesting. We'll do that.
Yeah.
Being in the kitchen for years, a lot of people said, why you not become a food blogger?
Actually, I am.
Are you?
Yeah, so I started Curiously Hungry in 2013 because I actually didn't work in the kitchens. I had a desk job and I needed an outlet to help me, to continue with my passion.
Okay.
And so, I started Curiously Hungry in 2013. It was an amazing journey. I went to so many restaurants. I learned so much. But that platform helped me get back into the kitchen because that was the first thing I always wanted to do. So from there, I built connections with people. I have learned so much from everyone that is on social media, and it's just been a great journey to share what I love with other people.
That's cool.
So,
Thank you.
I've combined everything, and Chef, if you don't mind, could you pass me the whisk?
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
So, it looks crazy right now, but in a moment,
Looks like a fight.
yeah, in a moment, all these ingredients will stop fighting and they will come together to make the most delicious sauce. And you have no idea how, with these little ingredients, there's a lot of flavor.
Because you mentioned pad thai earlier, and you're doing this.
Yeah.
You seems like you love Asian cuisine.
I do, very much.
Why is that?
Asian cuisine is close to our region, I feel. I mean, I do love American food as well.
Is
but
it because of the rice part?
yeah, rice, noodles, all these carbs. And
Yes.
there's just so much flavor with soy sauce and, like peanut and chili oil and all of that, that I feel it's close to our cuisine, but we have like spices.
Yes.
But yeah, Asian cuisine is just, there's so many layers to it without adding too many ingredients. You can maximize the soy sauce with the vinegar to create something really, really interesting. And that's the base of their cuisine. Yeah. Also, our cuisine needs to have more light in the international sphere. So that's also another thing I'm passionate about, like getting Bahraini food out there. I did a live with belalit, again noodles. But belalit is like, it's odd for people. It's salty, it's sweet, so yeah.
I'll try to do balalit, actually pad thai with balalit once. I'll try.
It's very hard because everyone has their belalit recipe, right? It's like every house has their own, and everyone's like, no, my belalit is better than yours.
I'm not sure if you're watching my episodes. I did once
Yeah?
Thai majboos.
No way. I like that fusion.
Yes.
That's very interesting. So we're gonna put the pasta in the water. Yeah, thank you, chef.
You're welcome.
So I measured out about 400 grams of fettuccine, but you can use any kind of pasta you like. You can use spaghetti, linguine, tagliatelle, but yeah, this is what we're using today.
Wow. That's a lot of pasta for today.
Well, like I said, this is a family meal, so we want to feed everyone. We want to get everyone well fed and at a really good. This is a very economic dish.
Thank you for not making me hungry.
Yeah. So basically, we just want to cook the pasta to the instructions on the packet. So about 5 to 7 minutes until it's al dente.
And also it's different when you do your fresh pasta.
That is very true. Very true. So since like it's a pantry ingredient, I just thought dry pasta would be great for this dish.
Okay.
Also, like just Chinese noodles would work too.
Give
Really,
it
just
on.
any kind of noodle. All right. Next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna shred the chicken.
Yes.
And we want to make sure the chicken is cooked through. See, just like that. And we shred the chicken, and then we'll add it to the sauce.
Right. Let's do it.
And why we cooked the chicken in the brine, the salty water, I mean, and off the heat, is because chicken is a tough protein, and we want to tenderize it. But I mean, steak is tougher than chicken, obviously. But sometimes when you get your chicken too chewy.
That was a question supposed to be asked earlier. She's answering it.
So the salt in the water is actually called a brine. Usually we do a dry brine, but this is a wet brine. And what it does is it tenderizes the chicken. It traps water in the muscle of the chicken so that it's more tender. And why we cooked it off the heat is also not to shock the muscle of the protein. And so again, the point is to get a really tender chicken.
Oh. So you are a travel and food writer as well.
Yes.
So you basically explore food culture?
I do, yeah. I've explored so many other cultures, but now since we are home,
Yes.
I thought I would shift my focus to Bahraini culture.
Okay.
And yeah, and that's why I've been trying to do more Bahraini foods at home, but I'm more comfortable doing the Asian stuff,
Okay.
like you said.
Speaking of Bahraini and Asian in between, do you develop your own recipes?
Not yet. I'm in the process of doing so. So for the next few months, that's what I'll be working on.
Right. That'd be great, actually. It's great to develop yourself on doing what you love.
Exactly, 100%.
Yeah.
So I don't know, you're not feeling this because I'm like peeling the chicken?
No, really.
But
I like to wait for good food, actually. When it turns out not good food, I will not be happy.
But what I'm trying to say is the chicken is tender.
Great. Mind you, haven't said that. We'll let you do that one, and then we'll come back to you, sure. I'm glad you finished with the chicken.
Yes.
The pasta's ready.
Perfect. So what we did is we drained the pasta and we shredded our chicken, and now we are going to add our chicken to our sauce. Okay, so now that we put the chicken in here, the last step, chef, if you could do the honors, help me place the pasta. And thank you for checking for it being al dente. That was awesome. Okay, perfect. Just the last one would be great, and I think we have enough for now.
Right.
Great. So if we need more, we'll add more. I just really like using the tongs because that way you coat the pasta with the sauce and everyone gets a bite.
Cool.
Are you excited to try it?
Absolutely. I'm looking at it actually.
Ooh, got a little too excited.
Wait.
So I don't know if you can smell the vinegar and the soy sauce. All of these elements come together and the tahini just makes it incredibly creamy. And again, some people think this is peanut or peanut butter,
Yes.
but it isn't.
That's what it looks like.
It does, it does. And I was just gonna say that you can totally add peanut butter instead of tahini and it'll still be just as delicious. All right, so we're gonna start the plating now.
Yes,
It's
all right.
really, really easy.
My favorite part.
Exactly, that means dinner's ready. So, have my plate here. And this is a good enough portion for one hungry human.
Really? That's not enough for me.
That's not okay. Ideally, we want to add our scallions on top, just like this. And you can add as little or as much as you want.
Mind you, to me a plate too.
Yeah?
Yes, please.
Sure. Large portion or small portion?
Not just small one, just to taste, just for now.
All right.
Then I'll attack it out right after the episode.
All right. So here you go.
Let me
That's
try.
my sesame chicken noodle.
Don't be nervous.
I actually am not. I'm not I know this is a winner.
By loving your name, Curiously Hungry, I am hungry.
And you're
I didn't have
curious
lunch
to try it.
today.
Oh, wow.
Oof, 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 oof. This is amazing. I love
Thank
it.
you.
You're
Awesome
working.
reaction.
This is absolutely phenomenal.
And do you
I love
see,
it.
it took no time, no effort. Everything was off the heat except the pasta.
And which menu I can find this?
On my page and my website, curiouslyhungry.com.
I'll follow you. Actually, I am following you. I'm not sure.
You have to check.
Really?
Yeah, I'll follow you too.
Great. It's been great journey having you here.
Thank you so much for having
That
me.
was it for today's episode, and thank you all for watching. And hope you enjoyed Hessa's chicken,
Sesame chicken noodles.
sesame chicken noodles. And watch out for more surprises in the next episode. Thank you and goodbye.